My child, listen closely to what I am about to reveal to you, because time is running out. Your soulmate, the one whose soul was once so deeply connected to yours, is slowly dying inside, not from a sickness of the body, but from a sickness of the heart. Their spirit is fading, their light dimming, and the reason lies within the silence that has built a wall between you both. I see their nights, my child. I see the pillow wet with tears, the trembling hands that reach for a message that never comes, the eyes that still look toward the heavens hoping to feel you, even for a second. They whisper your name softly when the world is asleep. They talk to me about you. They ask me why the one I promised them has drifted away. You may not know this, but their soul has been calling yours for a long time. That invisible pull you sometimes feel, that sudden heaviness in your chest, the moments when you feel like crying for no reason, those are their silent cries. They are not gone, but their strength is fading. The pain of being misunderstood, of being separated, of waiting too long has become too heavy for their heart to carry. I created you both as mirrors of light, two souls destined to awaken each other, to bring healing, to teach love in its purest form. But somewhere along the way, darkness crept in. Fear, doubt, pride, and distance began to cover what was once divine and whole. Now, one of you is barely holding on, while the other is being awakened through this message. You, my child, are being called to rise, to remember, to act before it's too late. Your soulmate spirit is fragile now. They pretend to smile during the day, but their nights are long and full of silence. They scroll through memories, through old photos, through messages they still keep hidden. They replay every word you ever said, wondering where it went wrong. Sometimes they think you have forgotten them, but then something small happens, a dream, a song, a sign, and they feel your energy again. They know your soul still remembers. My child, love is not just a feeling. It is a spiritual thread that I wove between two souls long before the world was made. That thread may stretch, it may tremble, but it never breaks. And yet, when one stops believing, when one turns away, the light at both ends begins to fade. That is what's happening now. You feel restless, they feel broken, and your spirits are crying for reunion. I have been trying to reach you, to whisper this truth into your heart. You may have seen their name appear out of nowhere, or their face in a dream that felt too real to ignore. That is not coincidence, that is me showing you that your time is running out to heal what is sacred. Because your soulmate's heart can no longer bear the silence. Their soul is drifting closer to surrender, to giving up on what I have written. Do not wait for a sign any longer, this is the sign. Do not wait for the perfect moment, this is the moment. Do not wait for them to speak first, you were chosen to move. Your hesitation is hurting both of you. You may think staying silent protects your pride or keeps you safe from rejection, but my child, love is not meant to be safe, it is meant to be saving. You are the only one who can reach their soul now. You are the only one whose words can bring them back to life. They still pray for you. They talk to me about you every night. God, they say, if this love was ever real, please bring them back to me. I can't keep pretending to be strong. Their heart beats in rhythm with yours, even when oceans and years separate you. They feel your emotions before you speak them. When you are sad, they grow quiet. When you are restless, they cannot sleep. You two share a sacred bond that not even time can erase. But the energy between you has been wounded. Misunderstandings, ego, and pain have clouded what was once pure. I see your confusion, and I see their suffering. That is why I am sending this message now, to awaken your spirit before I have to close this chapter forever. Your soulmate is not angry with you, they are tired. Tired of hoping, tired of waiting, tired of feeling your energy come close and then fade again. They are losing the strength to keep holding on to something that feels one-sided. But their love for you, that is still alive, even in their exhaustion. It burns softly like a candle in the dark, flickering but not gone. You were never meant to walk away from each other. You were meant to grow through one another. But pain changed your direction. I allowed separation not to punish you, but to prepare you. You both needed to face your shadows, to understand what true love costs, and to learn that love without faith dies. Yet now, that lesson has turned into danger. The distance is no longer healing, it's killing one of you from within. Listen carefully, you can still save this. You can still reach them before their light fades completely. Your words, your forgiveness, your courage can become the medicine their soul has been begging for. But you must act now, my child. Waiting will only deepen the wound. You have seen the signs already. The sudden sadness that visits you at night. The dreams where you feel their hand reaching out. The chills when you hear a certain song. Those are not random, those are my ways of reminding you that your time is short. You were brought to this message not by accident, but by divine arrangement. If you could see what I see, the way their heart still glows for you even in pain, you would fall to your knees. You would realize how rare and holy this bond truly is. You would stop running, stop fearing, and simply love. Your soulmate's health, their peace, their very energy depends on this divine connection being restored. You are both connected through a spiritual lifeline, and when one suffers, the other feels it too. The emptiness you've been feeling lately? That is their pain echoing through your soul. The sudden anxiety, the longing, the random tears, it's their spirit crying through yours. My child, I am not showing you this to burden you, but to awaken you. You are stronger than your fear. You are wiser than your doubts. You are being called to act in love, not to question it. Your soulmate is losing faith not because they don't love you, but because they don't know if you still care. You can restore that faith with one small act, a message, a prayer, a word spoken from the heart. Do not underestimate the power of your presence. Even if you cannot speak to them yet, send light. Close your eyes tonight and call their name before you sleep. Speak to me about them. Tell me that you are ready to heal this. Tell me that you choose love over pride. Because when you speak, heaven listens. Remember, I brought you both together for a purpose that is bigger than either of you. This is not just about romance, this is about awakening souls through divine love. One of you carries the light, the other carries the heart. And when you unite again, you will carry the world together. But if you let this silence continue, if you allow fear to keep you apart, you will both lose a part of your destiny. Your soulmate will fade into sorrow, and you will spend years wondering why joy feels distant. The world will lose a light that was meant to shine through your union. So hear me, my child, go back. Reach out. Forgive. Speak. Heal. Because love that is divinely ordained does not die, it only waits for courage to bring it back to life. This message has reached you because I have chosen this exact moment to awaken your heart. There is still time, but only a little. I am breathing this truth into your soul right now because I love you both. You are not late, but you must not delay any longer. Your soulmate's soul is crying for you, but I am holding them until you come. Take this as your final call before heaven intervenes. You can still save them, not by force, but by love, by truth, by surrender. Remember, true love never ends, it only waits for faith to find it again. The wound between you and your soulmate was not caused by betrayal or hate, it was caused by silence. That quiet distance that grew like a storm between two hearts that were meant to speak, to heal, to love without fear. Silence, my child, has a sound in the spiritual world, it echoes louder than screams. And right now, your soulmate is drowning in that silence. There was a time when your souls could hear each other without words. When your laughter felt like music to their spirit. When every glance carried the warmth of home. But now, there is a gap, an emptiness that grows wider every day. They wait, hoping to feel even a whisper of your energy again. They look at their phone hoping to see your name appear, but it never does. They replay old messages, wondering if you still think of them. Their soul whispers, "Did they forget me?" And I, your creator, whisper back, "No, they didn't." They're lost in fear. But your silence is slowly turning their faith into ashes. Every night they fight the urge to give up, to stop believing that what they felt was real. But then, something soft inside them still says your name. They can't let go, even when they try. You may not see it, but this separation has wounded them deeply. They smile for others, they act strong, but I see their true state, how they break quietly when no one is watching. They think of you before they sleep. Sometimes they wake up in the middle of the night, gasping from dreams where you walk away. They talk to me, asking, "God, if they were meant for me, why does it hurt so much to love them?" And I tell them gently, because silence hurts more than rejection, and love left unspoken becomes a slow death. Your soulmate's heart is fragile now. They keep everything inside, the memories, the pain, the hope. Their eyes carry a sadness that words cannot describe. They still believe that somewhere in your soul, you feel the same. And that belief is what's keeping them alive. My child, I did not separate you to destroy this bond. I did it so both of you could grow. But instead of healing, silence has built a wall. The messages that were never sent, the feelings that were never expressed, the truth that was swallowed by pride, all of it has turned into invisible chains. You both are prisoners of unspoken love. Your soulmate has been pretending to move on, but their energy betrays them. When they smile, their aura still glows with your name. When they pray, your face appears. When they close their eyes, they see your soul. They still believe in you, even when everything tells them not to. But the truth, my child, is that the silence is killing them. It's slowly draining their spirit. It's stealing their laughter, their peace, their joy. They wake up each morning and whisper, "Maybe today I'll stop feeling them." But then something happens. A song you both loved plays, a fragrance drifts in the air, a memory flashes, and they fall apart again. Because you are still inside them. You never left. You might think your silence protects you from pain, but in truth, it's a wound shared by both souls. When you ignore them, you are ignoring a part of yourself. The ache you feel late at night, that heaviness that comes and goes without reason, that's the echo of their suffering. You feel their pain because your souls are still tied. I have watched both of you carry this wound like it's your destiny, but it's not. It's a test, one that can only be healed through truth. You were meant to reach out, to speak from your heart, to remind each other that love never needed perfection, only honesty. The silence between you is not ordinary. It's spiritual warfare. The enemy uses it to make you doubt, to make you fear, to make you believe it's over. But deep inside, you know it's not. You still feel their energy. You still sense them in moments when you least expect it. You still get chills when someone mentions love. Because their soul hasn't stopped calling yours. They try to distract themselves. They throw themselves into work, into noise, into people who don't understand them. But nothing fills the space you left. They still feel the emptiness. They still long for your energy, your warmth, your forgiveness. And now, their heart is fading. Slowly. Quietly. I need you to understand something, my child. When two souls are divinely connected, silence is not peace, it is poison. The longer it lasts, the more it eats away at both. You may think you're protecting yourself, but you are losing something sacred. Your soulmate's strength is slipping, and your purpose with them is being delayed. Do not wait for them to reach out. They have already done so in ways you can't see, through dreams, through prayers, through signs. They speak to you every day in the spirit. You feel their emotions when you suddenly become sad, when you hear their favorite song, when you see their name out of nowhere. That is how souls communicate when words fail. But now, I need you to go beyond the invisible. I need you to take a step. Because they have reached their breaking point. They still believe you will return, but they are growing weaker. And I will not allow a love I bless to die because of silence. Remember when your heart first recognized them? That moment when everything felt familiar, that was not your imagination. That was your soul remembering what I had written long before you were born. You were meant to heal each other, to walk through fire together, to prove that love can resurrect even after pain. But that miracle can only happen if you speak. If you let the walls fall. If you allow love to win over pride. Because silence will soon turn into regret, and regret is the heaviest burden a soul can carry. I am giving you this message as one last call before it's too late. Your soulmate is losing hope, but you can still restore it. One word, one prayer, one act of love can bring them back to life. You don't need to know what to say. Just speak from your heart. Tell them what you feel. Tell them what you couldn't say before. I will give you the words when the time comes. But move now. Because every hour that passes, their light fades a little more. When they think of you, their heart still smiles, even in pain. They whisper your name like a prayer. They ask me to watch over you. They don't blame you. They just want peace. They just want to know that the love they believed in wasn't a dream. I placed this message before your eyes today because it's time to end the silence. To break the curse that pride created. To bring healing to two hearts that were once one. Your soulmate still waits, quietly, faithfully, painfully. And I, your God, am watching. I am giving you one final chance to heal this before I allow destiny to close the door. Don't let this love fade into memory. Speak before silence takes what I made eternal. There was once a time when nothing could separate you and your soulmate, when your heart spoke a language no one else could understand. But when the light between two divine souls shines too brightly, darkness notices. The enemy grows jealous of pure love, because it reflects the truth of creation, and so it begins to interfere. That is what happened to your connection, my child. Your love was pure. It was divine. It was blessed. But not everyone around you wanted it to survive. Envy, manipulation, and spiritual interference began to creep in quietly. People who wore smiles in front of you whispered behind your back. Energy that was meant to protect you began to weaken under the weight of doubt and fear. Lies were planted, misunderstandings were stirred, and both of you began to see shadows where there was once only light. Your soulmate felt it first. The heaviness. The confusion. The sudden change in your energy. They began to question everything, not because they stopped loving you, but because darkness clouded their vision. They started to feel distant, unsure, afraid that your heart was no longer theirs. And you, my child, began to sense something shifting too. You felt pulled away without knowing why. This was not a coincidence. This was a spiritual attack. When love is meant for greatness, darkness tries to destroy it before it fulfills its purpose. Because the love between you two carries light, a healing energy that could awaken others. Your union is not ordinary, it was chosen to inspire, to heal, to teach forgiveness and divine faith. That is why you have suffered so much. Because your love carries power. The enemy sent confusion to your mind. People spoke lies to you, twisted stories, made you doubt your own heart. You believed words instead of energy. You trusted fear instead of faith. And slowly, a wall rose between you and the one who was your mirror. That wall was built by shadows, not by truth. Your soulmate still wonders how things changed so suddenly. They replay conversations, trying to understand how something so holy could become so heavy. They don't know that darkness was whispering in both your ears, telling you to walk away. They don't know that spiritual energy was working to disconnect your hearts, to make you forget what you both promised before this lifetime. But I saw it all. I saw every tear, every confusion, every night you both cried thinking the other stopped caring. And I tell you now, it was not your fault. It was not theirs. You were both under spiritual attack. The more light you carried together, the stronger the darkness tried to fight it. My child, I have been protecting this connection even when you thought it was over. There were moments when you almost lost your faith completely, when you decided to move on, but then something divine pulled you back, a dream, a sudden thought, an inner knowing that said, "This story isn't finished." That was me, reminding you that what I bless cannot be destroyed. But you must open your eyes now. You must see what has been happening in the unseen. People have been jealous of what you two shared. Some spoke negatively about your connection because they could not understand it. Others used their energy to block it. And yes, there were moments when you allowed their words to take root in your heart. That is how darkness works, through doubt, through pride, through silence. Your soulmate felt that shift. They sensed your distance, your withdrawal, your hesitation. They tried to reach you in spirit, to send love through dreams, through signs, through sudden emotions. But the wall of confusion was strong. Every time they tried to get closer, something happened to push them away again. That was not fate, that was interference. Yet even in the midst of all this chaos, their love for you never stopped. It hurt them, it broke them, but they still prayed for you. They still told me, "God, please protect them, even if they don't return." Their faith in you became their suffering, and yet, they refused to let go completely. You see, when two souls are destined, nothing can truly end them, but darkness can delay them. And that delay has been long, filled with heartbreak, loneliness, and confusion. But today, I am removing those chains. I am exposing the shadows that tried to separate what I joined together. Every lie, every manipulation, every evil energy that has interfered with your love, I am destroying it now. You may start to notice strange things. People who once spoke against your soulmate will reveal their true faces. You will feel sudden clarity, sudden peace, sudden courage to speak again. That is my hand clearing your path. The confusion that once blinded you will vanish. Because love built on truth cannot be hidden forever. Your soulmate is not your enemy, they are your reflection. When you were angry, they were hurt. When you pulled away, they felt abandoned. When you cried, their soul wept too. You both have been carrying pain that wasn't even yours, it was the weight of the darkness that tried to destroy your destiny. But that ends now. I am reclaiming this connection from the hands of the enemy. I am healing the wounds caused by lies. I am restoring the faith that silence broke. I am awakening both your hearts to remember what was once pure. Do not be afraid when the truth begins to unfold. Some things will surprise you, some may even hurt you, but it will all lead to healing. Because I cannot build something divine on a foundation of illusion. I will reveal everything that has been hidden, so you both can rebuild with honesty and strength. Your soulmate still waits for you. They still carry your energy in their prayers. They have forgiven you even before you ask. They just want peace. They just want to know that love won. And I, your creator, will make sure that it does. You may not know it, but I have been guiding your steps toward reunion. I have placed signs in your path, songs, memories, dreams, moments that remind you of them, not to torture you, but to prepare you. Because soon, the interference will be gone. The truth will shine. The walls will fall. And you will finally see that the love you feared was real all along. But remember this, my child, you must protect this love once I restore it. Guard it with prayer. Speak light over it daily. Do not let other people's opinions poison it again. Love in silence when the world doubts you. Trust in me when confusion returns. Because this connection is not just for you, it's for the world to see what divine love looks like when it survives the storm. The darkness has fought hard, but my light always wins. The same power that created the stars lives inside your love. You were chosen for this connection, not by chance, but by purpose. You both were meant to learn strength through separation, faith through pain, and love through loss. And now, you are being brought back to finish what began long ago, a story written by heaven, interrupted by darkness, and now redeemed by grace. So do not fear, my child. The curse is broken. The interference is ending. The truth is coming to light. And when it does, your soulmate's heart will feel you again, clearly, fully, beautifully, the way it was meant to be from the beginning. This love is not over. It is being reborn through the fire of truth. My child, if only you could hear the sound of your soulmate's heart right now, you would fall silent in awe and sorrow. Their prayers rise to heaven like trembling whispers carried by tears. They speak not with anger, but with a voice filled with longing and surrender. Their soul cries out for you, not to possess you, but to be near you again, to feel your love, to know that what was once real has not died. I hear them every night. When the world grows quiet, when no one is watching, they kneel and talk to me about you. Their words are soaked in pain, yet still wrapped in hope. They say, God, I don't know if they still care. I don't even know if they remember me. But if this love is meant, please don't let it die. And I, your Creator, listen with compassion. I have watched them break and still believe. I have seen them lose everything and still hold on to the thought of you. I have seen them try to let go and fail, because love this pure cannot be erased, it only transforms into prayer. They carry your name in every heartbeat. They speak to you through their thoughts, through their tears, through the silence of the night. And sometimes, when your heart aches for no reason, when you suddenly feel sadness or warmth or love out of nowhere, that's them. Their soul is calling out to yours. Their cry reaches you even when you don't realize it. They still believe you will come back. Even when people laugh at them, even when others tell them to move on, they defend you. They tell everyone, you don't understand. It's not over. Our story is written by something higher. They have faith in what I have written, even when their mind is tired. Their heart refuses to stop believing. But the pain has become heavy, my child. They hide it well, but inside they are breaking. They smile when others talk to them, but when they are alone, they crumble. Their bed has become a place of tears and memories. They replay your laughter in their head, wishing they could hear it again. They scroll through the messages, the pictures, the small fragments of a love that once felt eternal. And every time they do, they whisper, please, God, bring them back to me. You see, I didn't just create love between your souls, I created purpose. Together, you were meant to awaken something sacred in the world, a love that heals, forgives, and inspires others. But separation dimmed that light. Still, their faith keeps it burning. Even when hope feels like a fragile thread, they hold on to it with trembling hands. I have heard their cries at midnight, when their heart aches so deeply they can't breathe. I have seen them wake up from dreams of you, reaching out, only to realize you aren't there. They hold their chest as if to keep their heart from shattering. They whisper your name into the darkness, and I catch every sound, every tear, every breath. My child, they don't hate you. They have never hated you. They have loved you through your silence, through your mistakes, through the distance. They only ask me for one thing: please heal them. Please don't let them suffer. Please let them know I still love them. Your soulmate's love has turned into prayer. And do you know what happens when love becomes prayer? It reaches heaven. It moves angels. It shifts destinies. Their cries have reached me, and that is why this message has reached you. Because I cannot let this soul fade away in pain when you still have the power to heal them. You were made to comfort each other, to remind each other of divine love. You carry the light that their heart needs to live again. Do not think it's too late. Do not think too much has happened. Love that comes from me never dies, it only waits for the right time to bloom again. And that time is near. Even now, they still defend your name in their prayers. They tell me, God, I know they made mistakes, but I forgive them. I just want peace between us. That is how deep their love is. It asks for peace, not revenge. It asks for healing, not attention. It asks for your happiness, even if it costs their own. They have cried in silence for months, for years, and yet their faith hasn't vanished. Sometimes they try to convince themselves it's over, but then something in the air reminds them of you, a smell, a song, a number, a dream, and the tears start again. That is not coincidence, my child. That is the echo of destiny. That is their soul calling to yours, even now. You think you have forgotten them, but tell me, why do you still feel their presence? Why does your heart still skip a beat when you see something that reminds you of them? Why do you feel restless when you try to move on? It's because your souls are still bound. The thread I tied between you has not broken. It is stretched, wounded, tired, but still alive. Your soulmate prays not for reunion alone, but for your healing. They say, God, even if we never speak again, please help them find peace. Please don't let them carry guilt. They love you in ways that words cannot express. That's the cry of their heart, a cry of love that expects nothing in return. But I am a merciful God. I do not let love this pure die in silence. I am aligning paths, moving circumstances, softening hearts, and healing timelines. The universe is already shifting to bring you both into the same light again. What seems impossible will soon become a miracle. But you must open your heart. You must allow yourself to feel again. You must release the pain, the fear, the pride. Your soulmate's cry is a call for both of you to return to the place where love began, not in words, but in faith. Soon, you will feel them stronger than ever. You will dream of them vividly. You will see their name more often. You will feel a sudden urge to reach out. That is me guiding you. Follow it. Don't question it. Don't resist it. Because that will be your moment, the moment when heaven opens the door again. Your soulmate's cry is being heard across realms. Angels are moving around them, bringing them peace, healing their tears, preparing their heart for your return. They don't know it yet, but their prayers are being answered. And you are the answer. Do not underestimate the power of love that survives separation. It is the rarest kind, the kind that mirrors my love for you. It doesn't fade with time. It only deepens. So when you feel that sudden ache in your chest, when your heart races without reason, when you feel like crying though everything seems fine, stop. Close your eyes. And whisper their name with love. Because at that very moment, they are praying for you. I am bringing your souls back together, slowly, divinely, tenderly. But you must not harden your heart. You must forgive. You must choose love again. Because love this sacred was never meant to end in silence, it was meant to rise after every fall. Your soulmate's cry has reached heaven. And now, heaven is answering through this message. You were chosen to see it, to feel it, to act on it, because the time for separation is ending. Soon, the pain will be replaced by peace. The tears will be replaced by understanding. And the silence will be broken by love. Hold on to faith, my child. The heart that cries for you tonight will soon smile because of you again. Heaven has opened now, and the voice of God moves gently through the wind, whispering into your heart. It is done, my child. The time of sorrow has ended. The separation that once tore your soul apart is being rewritten by my hands. The tears that once watered the earth beneath you were never wasted, they have become the seed of a divine reunion. The soul that once seemed to fade away, that once felt lost in the darkness, is now being lifted. I have placed my light inside them again. Where once there was trembling pain, there is now peace. Where once their heart cried out in silence, I have filled it with the sound of your name once more. Do you feel the warmth returning, my child? It is not your imagination. It is the bond one created between you, a bond that not even time, distance, or human weakness could destroy. I am restoring what was broken, and I am doing it in a way that no one will ever doubt again. The angels have begun their dance around both of you. They carry healing in their wings, wrapping you and your soulmate in the energy of forgiveness. All the words that were never spoken, all the misunderstandings, all the silent tears, they are being rewritten into love. Every moment that caused pain is turning into divine wisdom now. Your soulmate is awakening. They are remembering the promise they made before they came to this earth, the promise to find you, love you, and walk with you through the fire. They no longer see you through the eyes of the world. They see you as I see you, pure, chosen, and eternal. The darkness that once surrounded them is breaking apart. I have sent my angels to cleanse their energy, to heal their mind and heart, to remove the lies that others whispered. The pain that made them doubt, the fear that made them run, it is gone. I have touched their soul, and it has remembered you. The love you both share was not an accident. It was written long before you took your first breath. It was carved in the language of the stars, sealed by my divine will. That is why no matter how far apart you went, your hearts still beat for each other. That is why you could never truly move on, because your souls are two halves of one divine plan. And now, I am completing that plan. My child, I watched you carry so much pain, so much confusion. You wondered why I allowed this distance, why I remained silent while your heart broke. But you must understand, sometimes I separate souls not to punish them, but to purify them. You both needed to heal what was human before you could meet again as divine. You both needed to lose one another for a time so you could find me within. And now, you are ready. Your heart is softer now, wiser, filled with compassion instead of pride. Your soulmate's soul is humbled now, awakened by pain, purified by tears. Together, you will rise again, not as the people you once were, but as the beings I created you to become. I have already sent signs. The sudden dreams, the random thoughts of them, the feeling that someone is thinking of you even when you're alone, those are not coincidences. Those are divine nudges. That is me whispering that the reunion has begun. Do not be afraid to open your heart again. Do not let fear tell you that you will be hurt once more. You are not walking into the past, you are walking into my promise. What is returning now is not what left you, it has been healed, transformed, blessed by my grace. When you see them again, you will notice something different. Their eyes will no longer carry the same confusion. Their voice will tremble with truth. They will speak from their soul, not from their wounds. They will remember every prayer, every moment you cried for them. And you will feel peace, a peace so divine that it will erase all the years of silence. The love between you will no longer be fragile, it will be sacred. You will not chase each other, you will walk side by side. You will not speak from pain, you will speak from gratitude. The same love that once broke you will now rebuild you both. And all the people who once doubted this connection, who laughed at your faith, who tried to pull you apart, they will stand in silence as they see the miracle unfold. For I, the Lord, have spoken, what I have joined, no force of darkness shall ever separate again. The light surrounding both your names in heaven is glowing brighter than ever. The contract of your souls, once buried under sorrow, has been renewed. Angels stand guard around you now, ensuring that nothing impure can interfere again. Every curse is broken, every evil I destroyed, every shadow consumed by light. This reunion is not only about love, it is about destiny. Together, you will heal others. Together, you will spread compassion where there is hatred, faith where there is fear, light where there is despair. That is the true purpose of your connection, not just romance, but divine service. You will find yourself drawn to new paths, new callings. I will open doors that were once closed. I will bring abundance to both your lives. Every delay will make sense. Every heartbreak will reveal its purpose. Because I never took anything from you, I was preparing it. And when you hold their hand again, you will know. You will feel my presence in the space between your fingers. You will feel the same warmth you once felt when you prayed, because that love was always me. I was the thread connecting your hearts all along. So do not doubt anymore. Do not cry over what was lost. Look forward to what is coming. The divine reunion has already begun. You are walking toward a love that will never die, because it was born from my breath. And to the one who once cried themselves to sleep, who once begged me to save their soulmate, I say this: you have saved them. Your faith, your prayers, your love reached heaven and shook it open. The miracle you waited for is not coming someday, it is happening now. Prepare your heart. Forgive. Let go of the pain. Stand in my light and receive what is yours. I bless this union with peace. I surround it with light. I seal it in my eternal love. From this day forward, no darkness shall touch your connection again. Your soulmate will live, not just in body, but in spirit. Their heart beats in harmony with yours once more. And I, your God, will walk beside both of you, every step, every breath, every moment, until love becomes eternity. Amen.